So here we are in COVID-19 times, and people can't run like they used to in big crowds. Tell us about virtual races.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's very different than obviously being at a live race, right? So at a live race, athletes are going to gather and compete against one another at a predetermined race location. When you go virtual, you get the convenience of choosing what your start line is, where and when you're going to run, and then taking your results from that day and reporting them back to the race. It's a little bit different of an experience, but it can definitely still be memorable.
I got you. Now, Alysha, in all honesty, people look at you, they see you're in such great shape. You've been running since you were in 3rd grade. You run 10 marathons. They say, but, you know, I can't do what she does. I'm not as fit as she is. I'm not as experienced. Talk to the novice who is looking at you saying, yeah, that's for somebody else. It's not for me.
Yeah, it's very easy to kind of look at someone and say, wow, they must never have ever experienced being a beginner in this type of, as a runner. But one thing that I like to say in terms of just like relatability there is that I maybe, got into running and I had a natural ability for it and talent for it, but you can find yourself as a beginner at any stage in the game. I've had 2 C-sections and I suddenly found my core extremely weak. I had pelvic pain, all these different things that I had to kind of completely restart that process again. So, respect your current conditioning, but don't hold your past fitness on a pedestal. But then also don't look to the future like it's so far off. You kind of have to take ownership of the things that it is that you want to kind of grow into over time. And I think that's another thing too, what you said, and it's a way to kind of keep your power too.
And can you give a novice one tip and they want to start running? What good tip could they start with?
Do you want to do a little activity with me? I can give you a drill.
Yeah.
All right. So one thing that I've noticed a lot of beginner runners do is they become extremely inefficient with their arms when they're running. They kind of almost cross their upper body and kind of throw out their elbows. So if you think about that, you're kind of like creating this, you're kind of with your upper body kind of counterbalancing your weight over your legs. So what you can do is just practice good running form with your upper body. So what you want to do is automate this. So you see how I'm driving my elbows back? Instead of driving my elbows forward, I'm driving those elbows back, which helps me to create more balance, more stability as I'm running. Do this for 30 to 60 seconds before you go out for your run so that you can better correct as you kind of see that form slipping. So sometimes you get tired, your arms start to cross, and you could be like, oh, wait a minute, this is what this is supposed to feel like. Those elbows are supposed to be driving back, and you'll immediately feel easier as you run.
Alysha, I love that because people often, they don't think about the form. They think about just how fast can I go. And before I let you go, I got to ask you, so what is your fastest marathon time?
My fastest marathon time is at 3:17.
Wow. Well, I'll be happy with breaking 4. How about that?
That sounds really good. Sounds really good.
Alysha, thank you so much. Very inspiring story. And thanks for, hey, give me those tips. I'll use them.
Yeah, absolutely. Take care.